won this battle, Talia. But your reign won't be an easy one. The Republic is a sinking ship, and you're too attached to it.
He's too dangerous to leave alive. As distasteful as it is, it might be best to silence him forever. Until he's dead, all of Onderon is in peril.
You can't do that. The decision is the Queen's, not mine. That is true. And then I also agree with the first option, you know. So there's two ways this can really go. Do we put it in the Queen's hands? Or do I put it in my hands? Kreia is not a fan of inaction. Apathy is death, right? We learned that valuable lesson in Korriban. But it is true, like, not saying anything is just as bad as saying the wrong thing, you know? So it's tough. But honestly, it's not up to us. So it's the Queen's decision.
So what will it be, Your Majesty? Send me to your best detention cell. I will be free within the week, and vengeance will be mine.
Are you so sure of my decision, Vaklu? I appreciate the Jedi's counsel, but as monarch, I decree you are guilty of treason. The punishment is death, to be carried out immediately. Captain Kadron?
Talia, you can't. You're too weak. What about my trial?
That is a good point. What sort of moral authority? I believe in the justice system, you know, when it is actually justly used, which is a contradiction unto itself, but point is, yeah, he's right, Your Majesty. What sort of moral authority will he have if you do this?
But he will rise again. He has too many supporters. I do appreciate your counsel, but he must be killed.
If you kill him, you make him a martyr. Use the time you have to strengthen your hold of the city. Try to undo his lies and propaganda, but killing him is just wrong. This is an interesting and unexpected final choice. I feel like the first one's a good option. The third one doesn't seem very effective. 2 is just feeding her, fueling her, and, you know, her resolve here, and then probably 1.
But the price if you are wrong. I thought I could order this, but I can't. It would be breaking our laws. You will stand trial, Vaklu. Take him away. What is done is done. I don't think the service you have given us can ever be repaid. I must go with Captain Kadron. The fighting must be stopped. I will be back shortly to try and repay you. The crisis is over thanks to you and Master Kavar. I believe he'd like to speak to you, if you'll excuse me.
Excellent. We have saved the Queen. That's right, limp away. Limp away, warmongering
not
man.
A mortal one, though it has been some time since I exercised my healing powers. There is a shred of life within you still. A gift from your master, no doubt. Awaken, Colonel Tobin.
What is
your part in this is not over. Colonel Tobin, I am with Vaklu. The war has gone against him. He sent me to rescue you, to tell you you must make haste off-planet. The Jedi have struck. They had a secret academy buried on Telos, and they are showing themselves at last. We are all in danger.
What? But the Jedi are gone. They have all but vanished.
So we all thought, but they have hidden themselves on Telos.
Why are you...
Out of my way, old woman. This war can still be won, and Onderon can be freed.
Indeed. This war is far from over.
What is Kreia doing? Why is she telling people this stuff? How did I gain influence with her? I didn't do what she wanted me to do.
The Queen has requested you stay here until she gets back. I imagine you'll get some sort of reward. Talk with Master Kavar. She shouldn't take too long. The Queen has requested...
Okay. Okay, let me just turn around. I wish I could talk to him, but my character has to take a full swoop.
The Force works in mysterious ways, it seems. There are times I'm not convinced it doesn't have a sense of humor. We spend all this time looking for you, and you came to us. I thought you might return to Onderon. Looks like just in time.
You're looking for me?
I told the other masters that our only chance to figure out what was happening to us was to find you, and try to understand what happened to you. I don't know how much you know, but this threat that's striking at the Jedi, it's attacking us through the Force. Vrook didn't believe me, but he was willing to travel to Dantooine, if only to help the settlers there, and perhaps protect what was left of the Jedi Enclave. Whatever the reason, having us all drop out of sight, I thought might make the enemy more bold. But then you happened. You came back, and you became a new target for whoever was attacking us.
Why did you choose these places to hide?
They were places touched by war, and we thought there was a chance you would return to these worlds, if only to try and make peace with what happened there during the war. But now the Sith have revealed themselves. That means the remaining Jedi will gather on Dantooine. From there, we can counterattack.
Why not Telos?
Telos? But Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War. I heard they're trying to rebuild.
But Atris is on Telos. Atris is there. Atris intends to rebuild the Jedi Order on Telos.
Atris? I thought Atris had gone to KOTOR. Too many Jedi have scattered. The Council needs to gather. We cannot remain concealed any longer.
What happened on KOTOR?
We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi decided to take action, and called a secret conclave on KOTOR to decide what must be done. Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life on the planet. Their deaths could be felt throughout the galaxy. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequences to others were just too great. That we should use our resources to find who was responsible and deal with them. I think you're the only one who's made progress.
So the Jedi have gone into hiding for the same reason that we're getting them all together. Because they thought individually that they could be more service, trying to figure out who did that, than if all of them together tried it. But now that I'm bringing them together, it's really just a reflection of how ineffective they've been, I guess. But this is what Kavar is saying. Zez Kyle did not have the same answer. Zez Kyle was ashamed of stuff the Jedi did and really wanted to go into hiding.
The difficulties you surmounted to get here. You must have many questions. You deserve answers.
Why, thank you. The Sith have revealed themselves.
I know that all too well. I came here to find them, to trace them to their source. The war on Duxon and Onderon. I had thought that perhaps the tragedies that occurred here were concealing them.
I thought the Sith were defeated I thought the Sith were defeated at the end of the Jedi Civil War.
The Jedi Order has been fighting the dark side since the beginning. Our rules and the Jedi Code provide protection from what's inside each of us. The dark side is always there, and it is something that can never truly be defeated. I feel our current troubles, though, are beyond what we faced before. This threat that is targeting us, drawing us out, it's not a battle we're used to, and it has ended many of us.
Did you know anything about this threat?
Not enough. I feel it is something that was born from the wars that have struck the Republic. The threat is Sith, but the manner and timing of their attacks is difficult to defend against. We don't know all that the Sith planned during the Jedi Civil War. What secret training grounds may still remain. What worlds he discovered. We just don't know. Even after we deal with this current threat, I fear we may be dealing with the legacy of the Jedi Civil War for years to come.
Did you have any success in tracing the Sith?
You've had more success than I. General Vaklu's men and their allies effectively kept me pinned inside the palace. I felt all along that Vaklu had contacted the Sith, but the identity and purpose of the Sith, I can't say.
Why did the Sith come here?
They wanted to aid General Vaklu in breaking away from the Republic. If Onderon became independent, this place would be an excellent staging ground for them. But I fear it was more than that. That the consequences of Onderon's fall would have greater implications for the galaxy.
Did you have any success in... I want to talk about something else.
Whatever I can tell you, I will.
Okay. Where are all the Jedi?
Scattered, searching for you. Going to places where they thought they might cross your path. You were our last hope.
That's crazy. They exile her. So that makes it almost seem like they didn't mean to exile her. They exiled her as a backup plan, but that's kind of despicable, isn't it? Basically stripping away your identity just so you could be basically like a backup plan in a few years when shit hits the fan. They were looking for me?
Yes. At least that's what I asked them to do. I believe you are the key to this whole war.
Why?
When you stood before us in the council chamber on Coruscant, we felt something from you we'd never felt before. It was as if the Force had died within you, leaving you hollow. We had suspicions as to why this was, but nothing definite. But rather than try to understand, we sent you away. I think because at some level there was fear. We live our whole lives in touch with the Force, in touch with life all around us. And you had a gift in that regard. You formed bonds so easily, and they flowed deep between you and others. To see such emptiness in the Force standing before you, it's not an easy thing to face. Whatever is attacking us, it is leaving something in its wake. Something we haven't felt since you stood before us in judgment. The deaths of the Jedi, the destruction of KOTOR, all of these things are leaving behind echoes, like the one we felt from you in the council chamber. It was clear to us, to me, that we had to find you, but we couldn't call you back from exile, because we didn't know where you'd gone. Plus, there was a chance we might put you in danger, and that we couldn't allow. If you couldn't feel the Force, then it would just make you a target. I don't know how you got back, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Tell me more about the echoes.
The thing is, in traveling to these places where war was fought, we felt the same thing. Echoes. Something happened in all these places, but it's hard to figure out what. It's hard to sense things through the Force in such places. Too much pain occurred here. It makes listening to the Force difficult. We resolved to meet again on Dantooine, but only when the threat revealed itself. Unfortunately, I happened to be here when it struck. Now that we've stabilized Onderon, I can join the others on Dantooine.
I want to talk about something else.
Whatever I can tell you, I will.
I think what he means by echoes is that the Force, in some strange way, knew that we would be here again, or because of our past, we would be here at some point. So they went places where they felt those echoes. That same vibe they felt within the Exile. Almost like the Force is telling them, like, hey, the Exile's the key. So I guess that's what it is. That's the reason Kavar believes that. It's just because of what the Force has told him, you know? A lot of religious comparisons you can make. Tell me what happened on KOTOR.
We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi decided to take action, and called a secret conclave on KOTOR to decide what must be done. Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life on the planet. Their deaths could be felt throughout the galaxy. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequences to others were just too great. That we should use our resources to find who was responsible and deal with them. I think you're the only one who's made progress.
Alright, here's the big zinger. I need to know why you cast me out of the Order.
There was nothing else we could do. You defied the Council. You followed Revan to war. I know why you did it, but in so doing, much more harm was done. But you must understand, the exile was never the punishment you thought it to be. We could not have made you do such a thing in any event. I think you knew, inside, what you needed to do in order to heal.
What do you mean?
All those lives during the Mandalorian Wars, and all those you served beside. Too much death leaves echoes in the Force. It is the price for having such connections. I suspect that is why you chose to accept the Council's judgment, to wander beyond the Rim, and why you traveled with no one, and did not stay in any place too long. I have thought of you since your trial, and there are times when I wonder if being connected to the Force is always the gift it is believed to be.
I want to talk about something else.
Whatever I can tell you, I will.
I think the interesting thing about the Exile that struck the Council was that the Exile used the Force for the right thing. She didn't use it as this altruistic, like, no emotion, no connection, there's only peace. She didn't use it for that. The Force is a tool, but she always wanted to use it for the right thing. It's just the right thing wasn't the Jedi way, you know? And so that's why the Council struck her out, because they didn't fit into their cookie-cutter pretenses of their religion. And I think that's why Kreia sees so much potential in the Exile, because I've talked a lot about this, but it's just so interesting, because there's no other Star Wars story ever written like this. Krea's so interesting in Exile because she's like a gray Jedi, and Kreia is all about using the Force for the right thing. She's trying to guide the Exile to the completely just way of life. And that's something we're still trying to figure out, you know. We're still light-leaning. She's trying to get us in the very middle. Because, you know, Kreia is completely in the middle. So, it's an interesting character progression. Why did you cut me off from the Force?
Cut you off from the Force? Why do you think the Council was responsible for that? No. I'm afraid the cause of your condition was as great a mystery to the Council as it is to you.
You've answered all my questions.
There is something I would like to teach you.
Nice.
It is a technique which, I believe, will aid you in the trials ahead. This is a Taru, an aggressive lightsaber form which is best used against a single opponent. Take care when you face multiple adversaries, and be sure to close the distance between ranged attackers quickly, as your ability to deflect blaster fire will be diminished.
Nice. That is one mechanic we haven't been paying a lot of attention to.
Excellent. I'm impressed with how quickly you've
lightsaber
mastered this form. I always knew you were gifted. I'm going to Dantooine. The Jedi Council vowed to assemble again when the Sith revealed themselves. Now that they've attacked Onderon, we can act. Our paths will cross again. May the Force be with you.
Alrighty. 2 down. There could have been 3 down,
I'm
but the
sorry
third one died.
to keep you here. I needed to thank you personally for all of your help. Onderon owes both you and Master Kavar a debt that can never truly be repaid. Battles still wage in our streets, but by morning the conflict should be over. I recognize you must leave soon, but please, take this. These relics are from the Royal Museum. Generations ago, some members of the royal family had a connection to the Force. They weren't all too different from what we face today. I know little of the Force, but I hope you can put my family's relics to good use. Captain Bostuka has made arrangements for a shuttle to take you to your ship. I fear it will be quite some time before you can come back. The war was brief but destructive. I will focus all of my energy on rebuilding Isis. Thank you again. I must go.
Nice. Excellent. Always good to end a planet on a strong note.
I will take you to your shuttle.
Do I want to go to my shell right away? Journal entry added. Experience points earned. Item received. Keeper robe. Gel shape perception gloves. Crystal. 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 Yeah, we got a lot of crystals. And now we get to reunite with the Duxon crew. Let them know how everything went.
We should return to the Ebon Hawk now and plot our next course of action.
Hey, that's some SaiTorr. I just got off the starter planet music. Hey, everybody's here. What's up, Aoder?
General, need something?
You don't have to call me General. Never mind. Alright, well, let me do a quick level up of Aoder here. He's even got just as much health as before I left him. Excellent. Quite excellent. Alright, I'm pretty satisfied with how everything has wrapped up here. No major ass plot twists, just Kavar giving us the straight shit. So, spoke to Master Kavar on Onderon, and he agreed to meet you at the Jedi Enclave in Dantooine when you reunite all the Jedi Masters. Cool. Is there anything we need to wrap up in the Mandalorian camp? I guess not. There really isn't, you know, we're kind of done there completely. Maybe Kelborn can tell us some stuff, but I really don't know what he could tell us. So, Kreia wants to discuss her next move.
Iridonian, I would like to speak with you about your assistant.
My assistant? Oh, right. What is it?
I believe he has it in his head that my relative size is comical. I find his disparaging beeps and whistles to be quite annoying.
I thought only utility droids had size issues.
If I am to continue to operate with him, I would appreciate it if you spoke with him about this. Otherwise, I will be forced to find a more permanent solution.
Go-to is an interesting feller. Alright, everyone's back. Everyone's not in full spirits necessarily, but everyone's back. Let us speak to Korea. She's not here, that's right. I really wonder when we're gonna get our 9th companion, because last game we had all our companions by now. We're still missing someone. Maybe we'll get him on Dantooine, but I don't know, man. Like, and I think it might be Hanhar. But the thing is, we saw him on Nar Shaddaa. We didn't get him, so maybe he pops up afterwards. I don't know. I'm ready to go. Check the quest log here. We just got trouble with Canics, and some Nar Shaddaa stuff. Otherwise, Lost Jedi would be the only quest in our log right now, but yeah. Alright, folks. We're down to one planet. One more planet. Give you an update here. Let's click on the log. We already went to Paragus. Did some shit on Telos. Did some shit on Duxton. Did some shit on Onderon. Nar Shaddaa, out of the way. Korriban, out of the way. And 478, thank the maker, it's out of the way. Dantooine is the last place we need to go to. So, 2 of the Jedi Masters we found are already here. Vash won't be there, sadly, but 2 of them will be there. And we're expecting to find a 3rd one. So, this will be interesting. Because we might not even have to leave the planet. We could probably head there and meet up with all our Jedi friends right afterward. So yeah, let's do it. This is the final push for the 3rd act of the game. Let's go, fam. Alright. Never been to Dantooine. And we didn't get a briefing on the planet. Usually we get a briefing right before we leave, but no briefing this time. I mean, we got a briefing on Korriban and Onderon. I guess we didn't get one on our ship. Well, no, we've got a briefing on all the planets. What the heck, man? Like, the only time we don't is when it's M478 or something, you know? Alright. 2 lowest level companions. Pretty sure... Atton's down there. Yeah, pretty sure that's definitely Go-To and Mira. Actually, no. Go-To and Atton Rand. Well, Mira we barely used. We had her out on M478 for a little bit, so that wouldn't be fair, but yeah. Go-To for sure. Hella Go-To, and we're adding in Mira. It'd be great to take along a Jedi, but it's not a priority. I want to have my companions. I want to be fair to my companions, so yeah, we're good to go. Yes. Dantooine. Haven't been here. Didn't they bomb Dantooine in the first KOTOR game? The woman notices your lightsaber.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adari, quickly finish your business in Kunda, and go.
You will answer my questions.
I will answer your questions.
Excellent! Who is Administrator Adari?
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us
Last
together.
game, yeah.
Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries.
You never got to see it, but in the last game, I think near the end of the game, maybe it was during the Leviathan, after Leviathan quest, the Sith completely bombard Dantooine and like freaking wipe out everybody. So like, yeah, that's one of the reasons there's not a whole lot of Jedi around either. Why are there so many mercenaries here?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up. But after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Have the mercenaries caused any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a Vibrablade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Cath Hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who has disappeared?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Cath Hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence. but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more accident-prone.
Where's Kunda?
Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
This is your center of government?
I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it.
I'd be more impressed if there weren't so many holes.
We're working on it. Is there anything else you'd want to talk about?
I'll be going now.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Alright. Dantooine. This is definitely probably probably my favorite planet from the first game, if I'm being honest. I always enjoyed Tatooine, but Dantooine was just kinda... It's just a cool planet. It was bright, and there was cool quests. You had like a murder mystery quest. You had like a Romeo and Juliet style, like family dispute you had to solve. And you had the Jedi, of course. And you had a lot of other off-world stuff. You had Crystal Caves. It was a cool planet. Awesome planet. Anyway.
Status active.
Status, time to level up. I'll be right back, folks. Alright, I think we're about good to go. Trying on a different look here. This is the Ulic Queldroma outfit that I picked up. Or the gear I picked up. I think a few episodes back in Duxon. And then...
Let's move out.
She's wearing something else I picked up. Econi Shield. I picked both of these up within close time to each other. Red just seems more Mir's color. Then again, maybe the blue would complement her better. Maybe the red would complement my, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. She's red. She's spicy. I'm not that spicy. I'm blue. Da-da-dee-da-do. And go-to is our go-to, like, droid escort, right? Right, we're the spice girls here, yeah? Yeah? I don't know what I'm referencing. Nothing at all, hopefully. Plasteel cylinder. I have a tendency to talk out... Zaboka, okay. Like I was saying, I have a tendency to talk out my ass when I do these playthroughs. There's always a moment in any playthrough I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Let me steal from this guy's footlocker. I just stole from your guy's footlocker. Oh, sorry. I give you greetings, humans. So many visitors come to Kunda. New faces arrive all the time. It's sad that all too often turmoil and strife bring the humans here. I am Pato Adu, an ecologist and xenobiologist. I await transport off this planet to rejoin my herd. I've explored much of this planet, but I am anxious to depart. What are you doing on Dantooine? I was sent to catalog the natural resources of this planet. A fascinating planet filled with life. Many biologists would benefit. Okay, but even nature is troubled here. The ecosphere's balance has been lost. Without correction, the planet will falter in time. How can it be corrected? It is difficult to say. Ecosphere forces are hard to disrupt, but sentients have terrible power. The fallen Jedi's proximity may be the root of the problem, but who can say? Something must be causing the mysterious behavior of the Kinrath. Okay, Kinrath are common in several worlds where they are well known for their burrowing and nesting. But here they swarm. The tunnels near here appear to be the center of their anomalous behavior. I hate pronouncing that word. Why are you anxious to leave Dantooine? My wait for the herdship has been too long. I'm eager to return to Telos, so I must find ways to pass the time. I've taken up a curious recreation known as Bazak. Much time has passed and I made many new friends, but now the humans here no longer play with me. I do not completely understand. When I was learning, they were going to play for small amounts of credits. Now that I enjoy and know the game, no one will play. I've been offered to wager rare components, useful in making of armor. But after a short time, even that wasn't enough, and I'm anxious for time to pass again. I do not suppose you have a Bazak deck, an inclination to pass time with me? Can I play for the armor components? You are! That is good to hear. Fortunately, I save my armor components for special games. For after a few hands, I have many credits. We could play for 250 a game if you'd like. Let's go. Alright. I've not played Bazak in the longest time, but that does not mean it will not be a good time. Yeah? Okay. Wager. That's what he asked, so that's what we shall wager. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. I don't know if I want to change any of this stuff. Because we did have like a big buyout for this stuff before. Those are useful. No, we don't have any more, though. What is this 0 next to it? I don't know, I kind of like this arrangement. Let's go for it. Yes. Aw, no classy-ass Bazak music? Okay. Alright, I know how to play Bazak. I know how to play Bazak. Aha! Perfect! Aha! Haha! I got you. Alright, this guy will not be hard to beat. I sense it now. I like how I got to Dantooine. The first thing I do, aside from talking to someone, is just goof off. Hold on. Hold on. I can do nothing. Shit. Okay, stand. And turn. I should have ended early, and I could have, like, added something. I don't know. 11. Ooh. Ooh, how am I gonna up that? I can't. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wait. 2 and 4? Huh? What did that do? I am confusion. What did that card do? Never tell me the odds. What was that? Win a Bazak game with a full board. Okay, well that achievement didn't trigger correctly. Or I think it meant just play a Bazak game with a full board. Okay. -4. Nice. Tis tied. That one confused the heck out of me. Okay. 17. 17. End turn. I will take the risk. Damn it. I have lost. Nope. Wait, there's still another round. Let's go. Hold on. You'd feed your opponent. Haha! Now that was a good game, and fortune was with you. I'm eager for another game. If you desire, we can change the stakes. Betting is not very interesting to me. I merely like sharing a good game with someone. Let's play another. I'd like to change the stakes. While we were playing Bazak, I found myself more credits than I need. We can play for many credits than none at all. Can you offer a forward 750 credits a hand? Shall I play now? Let's go. Gambling is a dangerous obsession, fam. Don't do it. That being said, I'm going for it. This is the same arrangement we had last time. Something like it, at least. If I get that, end turn. Ooh, This is gonna be a tie if I don't take the weight, so stand. Yeah, okay. See, this one wipes the board for some reason. 2 and 4. I don't know what that does. I really don't understand what this card does. 2 and 4. Let me just use it again. It didn't do anything. Okay. End turn. I should have stood. That's what I meant to do. Gosh damn it. Okay. Stan, this guy's kicking my ass this round. I'm about to lose 750 credits. I refuse, though. I refuse. I refuse. Gosh damn it. End turn. I can't do it. Stan, he got me. I'll be going now. Net change. Credits lost. 500. Okay, well. Almost lost more than we had to. Batter Protocol Droid.
Greetings, and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine. Is there something I can do to serve you?
You're damaged. What happened to you?
My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic.
Sith invasion?
Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be of any further service to you?
Run a self-diagnostic and report.
Processing. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Bipedal servos misaligned by 32 degrees. Memory storage overflow. Memory unit is approximately 56 months overdue for maintenance.
Fix the droid's memory unit.
Greetings, Jedi. Welcome back to Dantooine.
Hey, did that droid just call you a Jedi?
That is right.
A Jedi. I've got to tell the others.
I am not a Jedi. The droid is malfunctioning.
You are not a Jedi. The droid is malfunctioning.
Most impressive.
Go-to. Most impressive. Go-to's all like, hey, how can I manipulate people, you know? Alright, let me talk to this guy. This man gapes at your lightsaber.
Jedi. I've got to tell the others.
We're gonna do it again. If you warn the others, I will destroy you. Wait, what do you have against Jedi?
Ah, leave me be, Jedi.
Well, I just blew that one. You've revealed yourself as Jedi the wrong person. This may complicate your efforts on Dantooine. Okay, well, it worked the first time. I should have taken the. I should have taken note of that the second time around. Oh well. Mandalorian Disruptor, hella good rifle. I'm really glad because by the end of KOTOR, the first KOTOR, we weren't getting that rare of cool items. You know, like any items we got weren't that interesting. Which is why I'm glad to see that the items we get this time are a little more interesting. Can you open this?
I cannot bypass security system.
Alright, then maybe Mira has... I don't remember what my companions are good at. Can you blame me?
A little harder than I thought.
Alright, well we're not cracking this cookie. Oh, we already opened that one. Okay, don't worry. Not interested. Alright, let's move along, fam. We're going to Kunda. Under the sea. Under the sea. Down where it's... Oh, so we can't use force abilities because it reveals this out to be a Jedi. That's right. Alright, well, should I put away the lightsaber? Maybe that's a good idea. Let me put that away. Let me put away the lightsaber. Let's... Yeah, let's just none. We have a double-bladed lightsaber. We know which one it is. It's the green one. Alright, there we go. I am an unarmed specialist. I have no idea if this will affect the gameplay at all, but let's just see what happens. So this is Kunda? Yeah? Oh, I see myself a Celestin over there. Militia?
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
Let's talk to this guy. He can break us in. What's up, Akir? A fellow traveler, are you far from your homeworld as well? I'm Akira, Celestin Starfire, an honest trader. What do you sell? I'm a trade mostly in droid components. I build droids, then fly my ship and keep my company on long voyages. Your droid companions will appreciate my selection.
Upgrades improve efficiency. That efficiency can easily offset initial improvement costs. Such upgrades would be a logical investment.
Can I see what you got? What can you tell me about Dantooine? I am only recently arrived. I can take most of a life cycle to truly know a place, but I've learned some. Settlers here are few and they face many troubles. Not all humans are settlers, though. Those others are not as admirable. The mercenaries gather looking for work in battles and war, and the salvagers camp near the ruins of the Jedi Fortress. When dealing with both, I would advise caution. Have the mercenaries hurt anyone? They've caused disturbances. Tempers are hot for both sailor and warrior, and anger burns quickly here with the usual results. But it is hard to sift fact from rumors. Some say distant farms have been destroyed and looted, but nothing is certain. Why are the salvagers trouble? They follow their credits and have little concern for fellow scientists. I've never had satisfactory dealings with them. I've made friends with many people in Dantooine, but I cannot call one salvager a friend. Okay, interesting. I'll be going now. I haven't really found one good vendor in this game that has sold me stuff that was really valuable to me. And that guy's an exception. Defense turret. Oh my, we're gonna have to defend ourselves from some turrets eventually. Oh boy, we can immediately go into combat here. Not the best way of going about stuff, you know, but still. Alright, can we sneak in the side here? Locked. Figures. Figures as much. Can we go around town? Glass steel cylinder. We can steal from them, certainly. Ion rocket. Ion rocket. Please work. Slowly dueling shield. Slowly regaining our shields that we all used up on oh, you know, M478. That planet. It's frustrating. Alright. Oh, hello. Julian.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own...
Yeah. I'll be going out. Okay. Oh, hello.
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit.
Door. And in we go. Pretty sure this was an explorable area in the last game. It definitely feels like it, you know.
I think Tarn has finally cracked. Running around like a madman, raving that he was being chased by a Jedi.
Oh, Tarn is an idiot, to be sure.
but he seemed genuinely frightened. And perhaps he did see something.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. Well, you remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Alright. Receptionist.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Where's the Administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now, if you like.
Why does everyone think I'm a salvager?
You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary.
What do you have in Kunda?
The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant Onderon, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components.
Gotcha. I'll have to go. Okay. So, unequipping the lightsaber is probably a good idea. Learned our lesson. Hello?
Are you waiting for the Administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Why not?
Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the Administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the Administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
What exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then, they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment.
The salvager stole your equipment?
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
This guy is the same voice actor for Dagon Gent. I just realized that. Dagon Gent was a really funny character. I wish we had more time with him. Are you sure it's a salvager?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that.
What did they steal?
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
Where's the salvager camp?
It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them.
We'll be going there anyway, so might as well. I'll see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Awesome. One quest in the log. Staff.
A lot of people here hate Jedi. But when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.